Hello, today I'll explain homework 1 from data information engineering. Let's start from the task 1. So we have, first of all, I made an array of numbers which will have inside only numbers. Secondly, we have count. Count is equal to 0, so it will count amount of our numbers. Variable x is our input. Everything I will input, it will take the variable x and change. This variable means that if I will change anything in the input x, it will be changed in the value change will take this changed value, and then we can manipulate this how we want. Multiply, add to another list, and etc. First of all, I want to start with the input where we can create maximum variable and minimum variable, and where we can, and this first input must be out of the main while loop. Honestly, like, I made this because it's easier for me to make the first input and then to have a while loop for the next whole algorithm code. So firstly, I made them global for x, count, max, and min. X equal to input, yes. Parts x split. So in the list parts, I made the split of the x. Split deletes all the spaces and makes the string into the list of words, integers, whatever. They just separated with the where the spaces must be. So for example, if I will have 1, 5, and 8, it will give me a list of 1, of 5, and 8. For I in parts, then I need to check if my input is valid. If my input is valid, I need to check if it's letter or if it's a number. I check this with the try and except. Why I do this? Because if I use try, and if inside the try area there is a syntax error, it goes to except and executes the command in the except. If in try there is no syntax error, it will execute the command in the try itself. So as you can see in the code, I try float num. If if num is a number, no matter it's like in string, it's string type of whatever type is it. If it can be converted to the float, it's our number, and it gives true for our if checking command function. If it's, for example, a letter W or maybe a whole word, it cannot be converted to the float, so it will return the false. It will go to except and return the false. So as it returns true, our number we convert into float and save this in the change. As I said, if we want to change the x, it will saved in the change. String 1 I convert to the float and save in the change. Then to the array number I add our new number. So in the end of our code we will find the median. So that's why I save every number. And then to the count I add the 1. If our checking gave false, we print error 1. We have error 2 a little bit lower, so error 1 means that like our input is not valid, but our code will not stop working, will not give an error, it's just print of that we have invalid input. After all of this, we give max and min the our first ever inputted numbers. Why I did this? Because like let them be initially equal to the first, and then checking with the next ones, we will give to the max the maximum value, to the min the minimum value. And there, as you can see, we have function maxim and minim. A little bit lower, you can see maxim, like it checks if entered number is more than max and updates the max value. The same with min, if entered number is smaller than min number, it will update the minimum. So on that part, if even we'll have if we even will have our input only in one line, everything will work without any problems. Next, we use while true. So if we will, so it will be infinite loop until we will type the exit. So that's why while true is the most the best solution for the loop. X, and there we do everything same. X input, the only thing we add an exit command. X equal to exit, break, it will break, and then it will print out count, average, min, max, and median. For I then parts X split, for I in parts everything same. So there I made some tests, and let me do again. For example, 1, 2, and 3, and exit. Oh, wrong one. Exit. We have 3 number, average is 2, median is 2, max 3, minimum 1. Let's type 1W4, 1W45R7. We have 2 errors, it's W and R, but our code still works, that's why we type exit. And we have 3 numbers, average 17, maximum value 45, minimum 1, and median is 7. A little bit before, I sorted all numbers, so we'll have like it will sort it from the smaller to bigger, because median is the most if there are odd number of values, it's the most middle one. If there is even number of values, it's average of the 2 who are in ones which are in the middle. But the list of the numbers must be sorted, so I sorted it. Our code works without any problems. I can type 12, then 23, then E, then 5 and 6, and exit. As you can see, there is error too, so it's error in while loop, not in our first input function. We type exit, everything as it should be. Next, let's go to the task 2. Write a program that prompts, then display. Yes, I remember. Specified number. So first of all, we have we make array of odd numbers and even numbers, which will have only integers in them. Then amount of odd and even, actually, instead of count in the task 1, I could just use length of the array number, and there I see I can make the same. I can just make length of odds array and evens array. Let's let it like that. Again, x is our input variable, and count is the how much I want to enter, because there is written a specified number. So first I enter how much numbers I want to enter, then I enter these numbers. We have checking as we did before, but there instead of float we use int, because we want to check if it's if the entered value can be integer. we make a function which names loop. So first of all, we check if it's valid or not. If it's not, if the input is not valid, it prints error and then asks us to input one more time and repeats the loop. So for example, I have 5 numbers and the third one I enter as W. It will just stuck on the third one and loop until I will enter the valid variable and then go next to the fourth and to the fifth. So that's how I ignore the not valid inputs as it's written in the tasks. So if I want to enter 5 numbers, I will enter 5 numbers and how much not valid values as I want. So, but if checking is true, we what's it? Yes, we change our input into integer and then check if it's even or odd. It's very easy. We divide by 2, and if if it's divides without, if it's divide integerly, let's say like that, I cannot translate, it is even. Not integerly, it's odd. So for I in range from 0 to count, so it's like how much numbers we have, x input, and then we call for the this function loop. Then we print our odds, how much odds we have, and the array, the list of odds, and the same with the events, how much events we have, and print of events. Let's try, sorry, 9 numbers. It will be 1 E gives error 3, 4 R 2, 23, 56, 6 B 45 and 3. As you can see, 5 odds, 1 3 23 45 3, 4 evens, 4 2 56 and 6. As you can see, task 2 also works without any problems. Next is task 3. Total income, expense, account balance, accounted for, add income, add expense. So first of all, let's make a function to add income. To add income, we must have several variables. First of all, in description, we must have a dictionary of all incomes which can come to us. There, as you can see, as description for income, I used balance, salary, bonus, dividends, transfer, and others. Just others. It's my own list. As teacher said, I can add whatever I want. And in this dictionary, like every of the keys have initially 0, because only after our commands will be executed, we will update this. Then for add income, we have an amount. So we make an total income variable. So we'll have total income. So we make a function add income, word and number. If word not in dictionary, first of all we check if description is in our dictionary or not. If it's not in dictionary, we just change this description to the other, so we'll have will somehow show that our input is not in dictionary, but it still must be shown in dictionary. Word equal to other, then in the key in dictionary, we show the keyword and how much we need to add to this keyword. And then total income is equal to total income plus the number itself. We print done as our function have executed. Everything same for add and expense. We have dictionary of expenses, and we have total expense variable. Total expense, again we check if the description, if in description we have the word which is in our dictionary. If it's not, we change to other and do everything same as in add income. Then total income, it's very easy, just show total income. Total expense, again it's easy, show and show total expense. Account balance, it's easy, it's show total income means total expense. Account info, in account info I showed total income, dictionary of total income, so we will see from where we have income, like again salary, bonus, etc. Then we have an expenses, then dictionary of expenses, so we will understand what expenses we have, and the balance. It's very easy. The next is very tricky part. We need to make a code to write these commands, and these commands will be executed. So how I made this? First of all, I thought that what part, like all of this, have in common. All of these commands in common have the first part which is before the first bracket. So this part will never change because, for example, we have add income and expenses. After the first bracket, everything can change. But we need some one variable which is stable. So that's what do I do? I have an input, and then I split the parts by the first bracket. Then I have a list of two parts which I splitted. The first part is the command itself. The second part what came after the first bracket. So and then we check what do our first part say to us. The first part is our command, so we check if it's command add income, add expense, total income, total expense, etc., etc. And so that's how we execute our commands. So, but what if it's we have add income? What we will do with the rest part, with the second part, which is after the first bracket. First of all, with the split, I wanted to delete second bracket, so we'll have description, comma, and the amount of money which we have in income. Then again with the split, I separate them and save into a new list which names info, just to easy manipulate these two things. As you can see, I gave to the money variable info 1, because like our amount comes after description. A description is like on position 0, so that's why word, instead of description I just use word. Word is info on position 0. And then we write all of this in the function add income word money. We go back to the app, and all I already explained is shown there. Everything same for add and expense. We delete the second bracket, we separate description and amount by splitting comma and saving this into info. Then we have money and word, everything same. And if our one command is not valid, we print wrong input. So let's execute. For example, account balance. Let's show how it works. Balance 0. Add income, salary 90. Done. Add expense, let it be Dodo pizza with 2z, it will be 15. Done. And account info. So as you can see, total income 90, and 90 is from the salary. Total expense is 15, and it belongs to other because we don't have the Dodo pizza as initially in our dictionary, and the balance is 90 minus 15 is 75. Everything works. The only thing I haven't added is how to stop overcon, so we just need to stop with the pressing square. Yes. Next, task 4. Mirror string is like the most easiest one. The only condition we need to hold is we need to compare the left part of the string with the mirrored of the right part of the string, and if the number of characters is odd, we need to ignore the middle one. So I have x input, length is equal to len x, middle is equal to length divided by 2. If there will be odd number, it will take the half, and the half which is closer to minimum value. For example, 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, but closer to minimum value is number 2. The first part is equal to our input until the middle part, until the middle. So then we have if there is even number of characters, the second part is just comes from the middle till the end. Else it comes not from the middle, one character from the middle till the end. In that way we ignore our middle character. Then with the second equals second, ekinectai mean -1. By that way I just take the second part and mirror, so I will compare. If first equal to second, I write mirror string. If not, it will not mirrored. Let's check if it works. Let's write QWERTY. Not mirror string. Then QWERTY and same backwards. Mirrored. The same but with odd numbers of characters. Mirrored, and let's test the same with the numbers. As you can see, everything works. Right now, task 5. Not so much complicated, but complicated enough to make me spend the whole day for this. So task 5. We have first name, second middle name, and last name. We have prefixes and suffixes, so we need to print prefixes, suffixes, first name, last name, and instead of middle name we must write just the first letter and the dot. If we don't have middle name, we just remain everything untouched. So first of all, I made the random names like I made for the further tests. Then the whole code I wrote in the function which names name change, because like firstly I made the code, then I wanted to test it with big amount of names in the list, so that's why I converted the whole code into function. So I will just call the function and it will give me the answer. Before this function even became an before the function became function, we can see name input is equal to input. I had input, But after that, I just changed name input into the calling variable in the beginning of the function. First of all, what I will explain methods which I wanted to use for all of this. First of all, our main task to make middle name just to be the one letter with the dot. So we need somehow to find the first the middle name. If we have a doctor in the beginning or junior in the end or any other suffixes and prefixes, we can't define the middle name as second or third word in the input. So that's why I wanted to separate prefix and suffix, but in the same time I wanted to save prefix and suffix to use them a little bit further. And after that we have only first name, middle, and the last one. So it's obvious that middle name will be the second word in our input. But what if we'll have only first name and the last name? It's very easy. I check the length of the list where name and surname is contained. If length is equal to 2, like 2 words, they will be untouched. If it's equal to 3 words, I do this algorithm. So I made the separated list. I'll separate list. So I separate, so from my input, I separate all the words like with the split. As I explained before, it splits every word and makes from every word an object inside the list. I have the list of prefixes and suffixes which I wrote myself. So pref pos, suff pos, it's like prefix position plus suffix position. I'll just save the prefix and suffix into them. Like it's variables to save suffix, prefix and suffix. And we have full name. Full name, I'll explain how it works a little bit later. Function full name also we will we will take a look a little bit later. So if separated 0 in pref, so if the first word which we'll have is in the prefix list, so doctor, Mr., Mrs., we in pref pos, like we save the prefix, and then with separated pop 0 we just delete this prefix from the main how it means from the main list. The same with the last word. It can be junior, it can be the first, the second, etc. So that's why I use -1, because it sends us to the end of our list. Again, we find the suffix, we save it, and we pop it. But then separated is equal to prefix, separated, and suffix. And as you can see, what I wrote in the code, we have list of lists. So in the list we have the first list is equal is contain only one only prefix. The second list of the list we have the name, last, and name, middle, and last name. And third list of lists we have the our suffix. I joined them together to just keep in mind that they are all together. Then again, if length is equal to if length of separated 1, it's like we check the second list where the name surname, and if it's equal to 2, we use the command full name. So what do full name makes? It make lists of list become just a list, not of lists, just a list of words. So it's a little bit complicated. So full name is equal to item for sublist in separated for item in sublist. So we have an item and we have a sublist, and this item takes variables from separated. Then this item saves every variable from separated in the sublist, and everything of this is equal to full name. So I make the full name equal to the just list, not list of lists. And then I return the full name. After I return the full name, I only now see I only now saw that it's I use it 2 times, but let it stay like that, because one of the main rules of the programming: if it works, don't touch it. And if it works for me right now, let's not touch. So then with the join command of the full name, so I join the words in the list all together, but they will not have any space between them. So that's why I add an space between them with this command, just quarters, and inside them there is a space. So, but if we have in the name section 3 words, first name, middle, and last, we letters is equal to list separated. So 1 1. So I take the middle name and separate separate letters, so it will be the list of letters of middle name. Then I delete middle name, so we don't need this anymore, and then we insert the first. Then we on the second position by index 1, like instead of middle name, we insert the first letter, which is like the big one, plus dot. Then we do everything same with the full name, like just we instead from lists of lists we make a list, then we join them with the space between them, and return. Then I like function finishes. Then we have 4 item in range from 0 till random names. I have big list of random names. I will honestly say all these random names gave me Gemini. I just asked him that can you please give me 50 random names which have my prefixes, my suffixes, which may have 2 names or 3 names, not 1 name. And he gave me, I just entered this just to test, not spend so much time on the on typing them, so we can delete until 4 of them will remain, so you will it will be easier for you to see what I have done. Yes. So we have Dr. Vyat, Alexander Zimmerman. Everything should stay same, but Alexander must equal to A dot. Raleigh Young, nothing will change. Mrs. No Nicholas. Nicholas must change to N dot. Mr. Blake Lewis. Lewis must change to L dot. We make shift enter. Vyat A dot Zimmerman. Riley Young haven't changed. Mrs. Non N Foster, no change. Mr. Blake, it's changed like Nicholas into N dot, and Mr. Blake L, it's changed. I have not made any secure mechanism for errors, because it haven't asked for error, just asked me for program which converts middle name into name with the into letter with the dot. I explained whole my homework. and I will submit it soon. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.